We're on the Sacramento River looking downstream. The I Street Bridge is just in front of us. The I Street Bridge is the northern boundary of the North Delta Water Agency. Screen right over the right bank is the city of West Sacramento, which is within our boundaries. To the left over the Delta King is downtown Sacramento as we approach the Tower Bridge. The Sacramento River delivers water to the myriad of channels that run into the Delta, providing water to Delta diverters. Some water runs out of the ocean. The rest goes to the state and federal water project pumps for exports. This is the Freeport diversion of Sacramento County and East Bay mud. This facility has a capacity of approximately 290 cubic feet per second. The size of this compares to the capacity of each of the three diversions of 3,000 cubic feet per second each. So this diversion would be multiplied by over 10 times for each of the three new proposed diversions. There are many crops that are grown in the Delta. Corn, pears, alfalfa, wine grapes, tomatoes are some of them. Wine grapes are a key economic driver in the Delta and have become more prevalent over the last 30 years. RD 999 has several diversions. The headquarters siphon depicted here diverts water from Elk Slough into the main canal and ends up irrigating about 26,000 gross acres. This main canal doubles as the drain for the district as well as a water supply conduit. Bogle Winery is one of the 10 largest wineries in the United States, and again, it is a key economic driver to the economy in the Delta. The sugar mill has several wineries in it, smaller wineries mostly, and wine tasting. Several communities are in the Delta. This is the town of Hood, which is downstream from Freeport. We're looking here at Green and Himley's packing plant. The historic Himley House was built in 1875, and the packing shed has been in continuous operation since 1890. Green and Himley packs Bartlett pears and many other specialty varieties of pears and other fruit such as apples. We have several communities in the Delta. Cortland is depicted here. The Paintersville Bridge is located downstream from the town of Cortland and crosses the Sacramento River between Sutter Slough and Steamboat Slough. Here we're looking at Sutter Slough on the right, and we're looking upstream on Elk Slough. The RD 99 siphon is upstream past that bridge. At the upper end of Elk Slough, there is a gated pipe in the Sacramento River that is a water source for RD 999. This is Steamboat Slough at the confluence of the Sacramento River. It runs downstream and to the west into the Cache Slough complex and provides water for diverters and environmental purposes clear on down to the ocean. Recreational boating is a key aspect to the Delta economy. Water quality monitoring station at Steamboat and Sutter Slough is the furthest upstream monitoring station in the North Delta of the 7 monitoring points. We're looking at the Minor Slough Bridge that comes off of Sutter Slough and over to the Cache Slough complex. This slough runs water to the Barker Slough pumping plant and the RD 2068 intakes. The 2068 intakes pump water uphill, if you will, to irrigate the Delta uplands, which are located on the western side of our jurisdiction. The Delta uplands are much different than the Delta lowlands. Back over to the east side of the agency, the Cosumnes River and the McComey River come together. The conflux is just to the east of Highway 5, about 3/4 of a mile upstream. Here we see a kayaker on the McComey River. To the right, or north, is the Cosumnes River Preserve. The town of Locke is one of the oldest Chinese-American communities on the West Coast and was established in 1915. Lock is just upstream from the Delta Cross Channel. The Delta Cross Channel is a facility operated by the Bureau of Reclamation that carries water easterly from the Sacramento River to Snodgrass Slough, then into the north and south forks of the Macomb River for local diversions, as well as eventual transfer to the state and federal pumping facilities. The town of Walnut Grove was founded in the 1860s. The water quality monitoring point on the Sacramento River at Walnut Grove is just upstream of the confluence of the Sacramento River and Georgiana Slough. Georgiana Slough also runs water south downstream into the Central Delta where it meets the Macomb River, and a great deal of that flow goes to the state and federal export pumps. This is the furthest upstream siphon on Reclamation District 563 Tyler Island, an island on which I farm. RD 563 has 3 different pumping stations. This is one of them, and those stations dewater seepage, rainfall, and tailwater from irrigation. We have a monitoring station at San Joaquin River at San Andreas Shoals. Here is the monitoring station at the Sacramento River at Rio Vista. This is on the west side of the river. The furthest downstream monitoring location is at 3 Mile Slough, which is just upstream from Edmonton. This depicts one of the proposed pumping locations in Waterfix. As I mentioned earlier, there are 3 of these. They each have a capacity of 3,000 cubic feet per second. Each of them displace farmland, in some cases water diversions. Some of these orchards that are being displaced are over 100 years old. The Himley House is depicted to the right bottom screen, and this is within a few hundred yards of the most downstream of the proposed diversions. The pipeline route is depicted by the red lines and carries water from upstream to the Clifton Court forebay, and then the state and federal pumps. We all recognize the beauty of the Delta. This is but a small sample. The board of directors of the North Delta Water Agency thought we could give you a sense of the Delta as a place by providing you this video. Thank you.